Yeah, okay, hello. So this is an incentive for me to get into the water, which I haven't been in ages, and boom, I even know myself the massive benefits for your mentality and also physically. And the way my body is just tweaking right now, I'm just like really in pain. I'll be screaming, but I know it'll be beneficial, especially for like up here right now. I forgot to upload, if you haven't been following along, this is the 75 hard. I forgot to upload the redone video for days 29 and 30 and 31. But I did that, and I came at it from a better mindset, a better perspective. So that was done. I woke up in a 100 times better mood today. I was quite grateful to wake up in that mindset. Where can I stick you? Is that gonna stay? Okay. Very grateful. Falling into, these pits, whether it is like complacency or depressive episodes, it's me wallowing, in it. But kept on moving this morning. Everything was going well. I really don't know what to say much of anyway. But these BTS of my BS, basically, I don't know. No, it's not bullshit. And what am I trying to say? Let me think. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it doing these to share. This episode is a bit of a reflection of why I'm doing any of this. Is it for my mental health? Is it for social media? For validation? Or am I trying to be open about why I'm working on my mental health online? Should I not be doing this just for myself? Boom, switched you off. Boom. Something wasn't saying right, and I had to restop and reevaluate like this deeper conversation about trying to be present and being transparent online. And it's very easy to fall into this cycle of performing rather than just looking for progress. And I got asked this question yesterday evening, and it really set me off, just thinking about how much of what I'm doing is truly for me and what's for social media. And social media is a tool, and it can also be a really deceptive drug. One comment, like a share, can feel like a currency. And if I'm sharing my journey, or am I seeking validation? I've got no necklace to put this mic on. I recently listened to Evie Pumperpuss. She was recently on Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. Oh my god. And just her presence alone was outstanding. She's an absolute badass. She reminds me of one of my friends. Even the mannerisms and the way she talks. She's a former Secret Service agent and a powerhouse of, what it takes to move beyond complacency. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened during the week, and why I let myself to spiral. Why everything was so much more difficult is because I was comfortable, too comfortable, and I was feeling stuck, and it was really self-inflicting. Because there's a fine line between acknowledging your challenges and just letting that become your identity. And it's always been my identity. And I'm in this why me moment. And it could happen at the drop of a hat, switching, spiraling. And, I talk about it all the time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get yourself moving. Mother trucker. needing to get myself moving. And it's a case of I wasn't transitioning between why me to what am I going to do now. This whole week I was there really bad, and I remember how I would have definitely been destructive and just said we have to restart again, and a lot of people have been there. And I wasn't thinking about the 75 hard challenge actually, about how it's not just about fitness. It's about that when you do fall into these patterns of, external I realized I was falling into this need for external accountability, pulling myself up, holding myself accountable, but not having the discipline that if I switched off the camera, would I keep doing this? And that's the ups and downs of this challenge. There are going to be good and bad days. And, if you need to, have someone or a challenge to keep you accountable, would you truly be true to yourself? And Evie talks about how you don't get to be a victim and a hero at the same time. And damn, if that didn't hit me really hard. And it brings me to a question. What's the difference between transparency and validation? And especially when you put your life on social media. Ooh. It's where was the transparency and the honesty? And I don't want to lose sight of that. And it's quite easy to. I thought in bokers like Gary Vaynerchuk, he talks a lot about, have radical transparency, document everything, put it all up online, the good, the bad, the ugly. That's air bubbles. I think the key difference was intention. And am I sharing to connect and to provide something to someone else, or am I sharing because, I need that dopamine hit? Because I want to be seen as, as the victim of my own circumstance, and also the hero that can pull myself up by my bootstraps. Am I subconsciously asking for like a pause or a validation for my existence? I thought there were things I was doing that was transparent, and they are, and I thought I was really crushing it, and I didn't, and I felt like crap. And it then came to like, I was searching for something outside myself, and I wasn't just sharing. And with the 75 hard, I'm trying to understand my thought process. And then having those actual aha moments, being like, it is helping, it's helping me. And I was thinking about it over and over again, how repetitive life can get. And you just go through the motions, and the last couple of days were just bad in the headspace, and I wanted to make a video about me struggling, and I was like, this is going to be content, and that's not the reason to do it. I mean, am I doing this for me, or am I doing this for the audience? And there's a fine line. And if I turned off the camera and no one knew about it, would I still try and work on myself? And am I posting something because I want to share it, or these questions, really humble you quickly, especially when you want to help people and do content creation, and you're wondering, what are you actually chasing? And even with like putting that post in my highlights, still trying to do this, there are good things. Whoa, that's red. Training's going well, the strength is coming back. I'm really proud about myself with that, and the amount of food I eat is just ridiculous, man. My keto diet is being a real game changer, and my energy is more stable, and my focus is better, and I'm really training with intensity right now in terms of my mind-muscle connection, and I'm just trying to feel more in control of my mindset. Oh, this shoulder really hurts. And I do feel the discipline. And even if these posts and videos are so repetitive and not sexy, and the stuff that no one really sees, they are helping. I did think I was falling back into the trap, especially what happened this time last year with that constant need for external validation, and having the discipline and having the need for people to validate my existence for me, and I was missing the whole point. I don't have a perfect plan anymore. I'm just really trying to still be grateful be grateful I'm still here, just learning and moving forward, and just one step at a time. Because we're under no obligation to be the same person we were 5 minutes ago. That's really stuck with me. It's one of the first quotes I ever heard from Alan Watts. You can change, evolve, and, have the old version of yourself step into something new. I'm really happy I was able to catch myself. And I'm not sure if making a video on this, is again trying to be transparent, or am I still wanting validation? And I genuinely think it's a bit of both. Yeah. What am I doing now? I'm going to get out of the water. I'm actually pretty proud with where my body is at right now. Even though, with the amount of food I'm eating, I feel myself gaining weight and retaining a lot of water. There are sometimes I'm like, oh, and there are nasty habits. Especially, I've talked about the EDs before, but it's just being really, really on top of my form. Yeah, so that's today's video. Hope you have a good day and the day you deserve. And if you've got any goals that you're trying to go through and you want to show your progress on social media, that's perfectly okay. Whether you want to, be transparent about where you're going or have encouragement from people. And just don't fall into the trap of thinking that it's all the value that you are, all the value that you're going to receive. When you can find that sense of self-worth in yourself, the encouragement is great online when you look for it, but it's not the be all or end all. I'm starting to shake. It's really cold.